The median sales price in New Braunfels city limits has gone down $4,200 year over year. The median sales price in New Braunfels Hill Country has also gone down almost $10,000 year over year. Definitely not the crazy price increases that we saw in 2020, 2021, and part of 2022. But I do have some New Braunfels real estate predictions for 2025. If you are new here to my channel, thank you so much for coming aboard, because every week we're trying to put out relevant and new information just like this about what it's like to live in New Braunfels. Before we jump into 2025, let's first talk about where we're ending off in 2024 compared to the previous 3 years. And when we look at that win, before we into my predictions for real estate in New Braunfels for 2025. This bears repeating because this is the foundation for the rest of the video. The median sales price, as we said off the top, in New Braunfels city limits, 78130, is down $4,200 year over year. Median sales price is also down in Hill Country by almost $10,000 year over year. Inventory is increasing in both city and Hill Country, even though homes are spending fewer days on the market in both areas. This is a very interesting and telling statistic. You know how we're always talking about New Braunfels median sales price? Did you know there's a median age of a home that's sold? There is, and the median age of a house that's sold in city limits in the month of October is 2 years old. That's year over year. That means the median year built is 2022. The median year built of a house sold in the Hill Country year over year is 2023. No doubt new construction is a large part of our housing stock in New Braunfels, close to 60%. But to have the median age of a home sold in New Braunfels, Hill Country, and city limits only 1 or 2 years old, when we have a large, older resale housing stock here, is very revealing to our prediction in a couple minutes. Jumping back into the numbers, in city limits in New Braunfels, sellers got on average 93.1% of their asking price in October 2024. Hill Country, sellers closed for 92.5% of their original asking prices. Wind the clock back to October 2023, and sellers in Hill Country and city limits didn't fare that much better. Sellers in city limits closed for 93.6% of their original list price on average. Sellers in Hill Country closed for 92.4% of their original asking price on average. Median sales in both city limits and Hill Country were down in October 2023, down $37,000 in city limits year over year, and down $95,000 on average in Hill Country year over year. The median year built home in October 2023, that market report, was 2022. That was the median year built home last year in city limits and Hill Country. We're peeling back the onion here. Here's where we start getting clues for my New Braunfels real estate predictions for 2025. We just have to look this way a little bit more, peek back to October 2022 and 2021. Median sale prices were up significantly in both years from previous years in both Hill Country and city limits. Average list to close for sellers was almost 95% for city limits and Hill Country, and the median year built for sold homes in city limits and Hill Country were 6 to 12 years old. Okay, the first clue to my 2025 New Braunfels real estate predictions. The lower mortgage rates in 2020, 2021, and part of 2022 caused the higher buyer demand and higher sales prices. Conversely, the higher mortgage rates at the end of 2022 in the last 2 years caused lower buyer demand and lower sales prices, sellers getting anywhere from 6 to 8% of what they were originally asking for on average. There were not as many available new construction homes from 2020 through 2022, which is why the homes that sold were older on average. Remember this? Fast forward to higher inflation mid-2022 through this year. The Feds increased interest rates, which slowed down housing markets everywhere in the country, including New Braunfels. Buyer demand decreased. Home sale prices decreased, and homes on the market, the number of homes on the market started to pile up. And that was and is in large part because of New Braunfels' new home builders, which never stop building. And because builders hold bank notes on all these homes, they have to sell them. In order to do that, they offered incredible incentives and discounts, which current homeowners couldn't afford to compete with. And home prices in New Braunfels started to soften and fall, and we started seeing the median age of a home sold in New Braunfels 1 and 2 years old because new construction builders offer those incentives and discounts to entice those buyers to purchase a home. My prediction is that the first half of 2025, the first 6 months of 2025 will look a lot like 2024 and 2023, with lots of inventory in city limits and hill country, especially with new construction homes. Now, the reason I'm leaning toward no quick fix here is because I am not seeing a quick fix with mortgage rates improving, despite the Fed cutting the rate in September and November, and possibly a third time in December. Interest rates do play a role in the percentage that lenders offer, but there's other factors that affect mortgage rates as well. The Fed chair points to the housing shortage nationwide. Because of that shortage, lenders are keeping the rates higher. At the same time, this is scaring many current homeowners from selling their home. If you bought a home in 2020, chances are your mortgage rate is sub 4, sub 3. If you had to sell your house right now, you'd be buying into a rate almost 7% unless you're paying cash. So this lack of selling nationally leads to fewer homes on the market, which creates the higher buyer demand. So it makes sense from a lender's perspective to keep those mortgage rates elevated, even though personally, selfishly, we all want them lowered so we can move on with our lives, right? But it makes sense to keep them elevated because it continues to slow down the market because, like I said, nationally, we don't have a lot of homes. I mean, we're underbuilt, but that's not the case in New Braunfels. It's just the opposite. We have months and months and months of available homes for sale because we're not landlocked yet. All of this is why I'm predicting the 2025 New Braunfels real estate market to be a replay of the last 2 years. We'll continue to see elevated mortgage rates, we'll continue to see less buyer demand, and we'll continue to see New Braunfels new construction builders offering incentives and discounts. And we'll also continue to see current homeowners having a hard time competing with those new build incentives and discounts. So I think that new construction homes will continue to outpace resale homes in New Braunfels for the first half of 2025 across city limits and hill country and across different price points. I also think that some of the major projects around New Braunfels will have an impact on both home sales and home prices. There's the Zip Family Sports Park scheduled to be finished in fall 2025 and will include baseball, softball, soccer fields, other amenities, green space, picnic areas, and there are several new neighborhoods underway close by and 2 new schools and more commercial projects in the forecast. I think these surrounding neighborhoods here will continue to thrive because it's a growing area, and that sports park and the 2 new schools are big reasons why. Same thing for the Creekside shopping area, where you have Top Golf underway, Sprouts Farmers Market is planned, and a new family entertainment venue is underway across the street in Psalms Landing, a mixed-use development, plus more planned in this immediate area. This will all have, I think this will all have a positive impact on housing in this area, whether it's traditional single-family homes like these, condos, or cottage-style homes. I'm going to make a bold prediction for our ongoing master plan community, Vermindy. And that prediction is when the age-restricted living is complete near the entrance, it will start filling up. Then the developer will have the numbers and traffic count to land a major business on the loop at the front of the development here. What are your thoughts going into 2025? Are you ready to buy or to sell in New Braunfels no matter where the rates are? Or are you going to just kind of wait this out maybe until 2026? Let me know in the comments. And if you do decide to move forward with a buy or a sell in New Braunfels, either way, I'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can email me, you can call me, or you can shoot me a text. As always, thank you so much for watching our videos, and we'll see you on the next one.